Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Braxton, and we are
Fun in the Sun.
And now we go to Ben with details about Michael Sam being a St. Louis Ram.
Okay, thanks Braxton. History was made on Saturday, May 10th. The St. Louis Rams have drafted Michael Sam in the 7th round, pick number 249. Michael is now the first openly gay NFL player. Many people are questioning whether the pick was actually for the athlete's talent or if it was for publicity. Sam was predicted to go in the 2nd round until his combine went poorly. Then as scouters went more in depth, they realized he is too small to play defensive line and not athletic enough to be a linebacker. When Michael Sam was picked, they showed a video of him kissing his boyfriend. People were appalled that they would show that on TV. There have been other gay NFL athletes, but no one has publicly came out and said they were gay. The controversial thing about all of it is, was it wrong for them to show Michael Sam and his boyfriend kissing? If you look from the viewpoint of it just being two humans kissing, then no. No one would react if it was a man and a woman. There are many different views on this situation, but overall, persons can choose whatever they want. It is Michael Sam's life choice, so no one should be making such a big deal about it. Michael now is going to be making a documentary that will be aired on OWN Network. Oprah Winfrey has been promoting this documentary, but hopefully she and Michael can get the St. Louis Rams to go along with the plan. The documentary will be consisting of his struggles of being an openly gay NFL player. And now we go back to Braxton for the report on the Holocaust.
Thanks, Ben. In 1933, the Jewish population in Europe was over 9 million. However, at the end of the Holocaust, 2/3 of the Jewish population was killed by the Nazis as a part of their final solution. The final solution was the Nazis' plan to massacre the Jewish population in a systematic way. The Nazis persecuted the Jews because they believed that the Jews posed a severe danger to them. Jews would be sent to areas where the Nazis were able to monitor them called ghettos. These ghettos where the Jews would live before they would be sent to concentration camps. The ghettos were in very poor condition and were always enclosed. The Nazis forced the Jews to wear armbands and to participate in forced labor. Nazis would appoint Jewish council members and force them to do whatever the Nazis commanded them to do. The Nazis would send the Jews to concentration camps where Jews would have forced labor and be brutally tortured and murdered. The concentration camps were very brutal and often had Jews worrying only about themselves. Women, elders, children, and people deemed unfit were immediately killed in unspeakable ways. After invading the Soviet Union in 1941, Einsatzgruppen, which were mobile killing units, would carry out mass murders of Jews. From 1941 to 1944, Nazis would deport Jews to extermination centers where the Jews would be put in large gas chambers. These gas chambers allowed the Nazis to kill a large amount of Jews in a small amount of time. The aftermath of the Holocaust had the Jews moved to countries all over the world with very little to nothing left. Now we go to Ben on the latest report of the Islam's portrayal of
Braxton. Okay, sexism has been a big deal in the Islam faith. Women are viewed as less than a man. This is even stated in the holy book, the Quran. Women are to lower their gaze around men so they do not look them in the eye. Quran 24:31. There are many instances in the Islam faith that men are portrayed higher than women. Women are not allowed to go to the temple without a man she cannot marry, including of her brother, father, or even her grandfather. Or she is able to go with her husband. The Muslims have never been seen to be trying to work for women's rights. A traditional Islam saying is that a woman's heaven is underneath her husband's feet. Women have always been portrayed as less than men in the Islam community. The many opportunities denied women under Islamic law from giving equal testimony in court to having the right to exclude other wives from their marital bed is very clear proof that women are of lesser value than men in Islam. Muslim women are not even free to marry outside the faith without being killed by their own families. The Quran has very strict rules about women's rights, which are not many rights. The specific task of a woman in this society is to marry and bear children. They will be discouraged from entering legislative, judicial, or whatever careers which may be required decision-making, as women lack the intellectual ability and discerning judgment required for those careers. Hama Tharabi. There have been even modern-day clerics that have called to have slave markets open so they can purchase sex slaves whenever they want, so it can be like the previous times. Women are shown to be somewhere between a camel and a man and were treated as a commodity.
And now we go to Braxton on the latest about the KKK.
The KKK was formed in 1866 and was in almost every southern state by 1870. It was formed to counteract the reform for black equality. KKK stands for the Ku Klux Klan. It was formed by veteran Confederate Army members in Pulaski, Tennessee. The leader of the KKK was Confederate Army General Nathan Bedford Forrest, or as they called him, the Grand Wizard. The KKK tried to reestablish white supremacy through intimidation against blacks and its white supporters. The Klan continuously targeted areas where there were large numbers of blacks and supporters. the KKK also received help from other white supremacy groups such as Knights of the White Camellia and the White Brotherhood. The Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871 was made so that people who may be influenced by the KKK were not allowed to hold federal offices. After a decline in the KKK, white Protestants brought the Klan back in 1915 near Atlanta, Georgia. They now began to denounce immigrants, Catholics, Jews, blacks, and organized labor. At the peak of its membership, the KKK had about 4 million members across America. In the 1930s, the Great Depression lowered the number of members, and in 1944, they temporarily disbanded. In 1960, the KKK rose back up with the Civil Rights Movement. The Klan was aligned with neo-Nazis and other extremist groups during the 1970s. In the 1990s, the Klan had an estimated amount of 6,000 and 10,000 members deep in the South.